Hey, everybody. Welcome to Western New York Brews, your beer and brewing podcast out of Buffalo. My name is Scott. I'm a home brewer just outside of Buffalo, New York. With me, as almost always, on the best of weeks, as I say, is Brian Campbell from the Buffalo Beer League. And then joining both of us today is Erik Coleman from Beer by Coleman. No. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. I almost said from. By and from in my head. Wrong conjunctions there. And then Marko from the Buffalo Beer Geeks. I've already messed up so many times in my introduction. Let's just keep moving forward. Hey everyone, this is the part where I always tell you how you can support the podcast. This is West New York Brews. This is not the Buffalo Beer Buzz. So if you haven't yet, please go support the new podcast, Buffalo Beer Buzz, and join onto that feed. And then the best way you can support us right now is by rating and reviewing that podcast, since we split the feeds into two separate things. Let's listen to the theme song, and then we'll talk about what we're drinking right after this. Okay. All right, I am going to pour mine into my Buffalo Beer Geeks glass. I showed it to the camera, so if you're watching it on YouTube, you saw a pineapple Hayburner from Big Ditch. All right, what are we drinking, guys?
I'll jump in and I'll start here. So I was saying before we started recording that I forgot to grab my Buffalo Beer Geeks glass. I'm drinking out of a 2025 Pint Days glass from the New York State Brewers Association. I am drinking a Foundations dry hop lager from First Line Brewing.
All right, Paul, what do you got?
I am drinking Rusty Chain, freshly canned and packaged with the new snazzy painted on label. Now at Hamburg Brewing.
Excellent. And then Erik, you got anything tonight?
Vienna Lager, by the way, as if you don't know.
Oop, we lost Erik's voice.
Your voice is off, Erik.
Oh no, Erik's muted.
We are streaming. That's all right. We're going to keep going while you work on that. We are streaming live on YouTube, so that is new. Go to youtube.com if you've heard of it, and look up WNY Brews, and you'll be able to see this. And every week, as we do these podcasts, especially the Beer Buzz, they will be on YouTube as well. I'm sorry, Erik. I think you got it?
Yeah, no, I think we're good. I'm still getting a little splotchy. Unfortunately, I am drinking tonight. I wish I was. I have an early catering gig tomorrow morning, and 'tis the season where I get pretty busy, where I'm doing a lot of tasting events on multiple nights during the course of the week. So I'm trying really hard to be good and meter out when I'm drinking for work and drinking for pleasure. So as much as I wish I was drinking with you guys, tomorrow morning's coming pretty early. So I am terribly sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, of course. We are happy to have you both on here because we are going to be talking about CollaBEEration coming up April 25th, 2026. Now, we've been talking about this for a bunch of weeks now on the Buffalo Beer Buzz. And both of us have attended this event multiple times. But for people who are new to this, give us the lowdown on CollaBEEration. Like, for example, whose idea was it? Who brought it to whom?
Paul, do you want to take a shot at this, and then I can come in?
I'm one of the co-founders of Buffalo Beer Geeks, and it was an outgrowth of the Buffalo Brewers Association and Willard Brooks, and he originally started it, and he kind of helps push along the Buffalo Beer League as well. It was all about having a consumer end of the Brewers Association, so wasn't going to be just about brewers, right? He wanted a end user element of the association, and Beer Geeks and Beer League kind of were the two things that sprouted out of that. But Willard really didn't have any time to nurture Beer Geeks, so I kind of did it, and it was half-assed, to be honest. But it grew and grew and grew because it was right when craft beer was going crazy, and people were like, all right, I like beer, I like Buffalo, let me be a member of this. And we grew to 7,000 people that follow the page. talk about algorithms later. But and then several years into it, we got a little stagnant, and Joey Yeager, who is a beer enthusiast in town, was a beer geek and said, I got some ideas. And I went, let's hear them. And first off, let's get a bigger board. So we have a bigger moderator board. And then he said, my main idea is coming up with this festival. Let's hook up a small section of beer geeks, or a small groups of beer geeks from the page, pair them with breweries, have them meet with the brewers, come up with a unique formula that brewery never made before. And then these 40, 50, even 60 beers will be debuted at the festival. So it's a really cool concept. And the one thing I want to say about it, and then I'll move, we can move on, but it was all about kind of releasing the tension that was happening between breweries and beer geeks. There was a lot of tension and loggerheads. And the idea was, if we can get people in the brew house and meet brewers and brewery owners, maybe they would understand how beer is made a little bit more. And not every stout can have Madagascar vanilla bean in it. And
not with that attitude, Paul.
Yeah. But it was more about learning the brewing as a business, right? So the beer fan would learn the business end of it, and then the brewers and the owners would hear what the beer geeks kind of wanted as well. So that's how this whole festival happened. And when I go across country and I talk to people who run beer festivals and I tell them what we do, first thing they say is, that sounds like a lot of work. And we say, it is. It's a lot of work, but we've got a really great volunteer staff, and we kind of delegate a lot of things. And somehow it all comes together, and we're all in that room. And I'll tell you, it's a big sigh of relief when we're there and it's going and people are having fun. And when I see people like Brian and Scott and Erik's really behind the scenes running the thing, day to day, or the day on the ground operations. But when I see my friends smiling and having fun, and all the brewers and just really getting together and enjoying these super unique beers, it makes it all worthwhile.
Erik, you want to add to that?
Yeah, definitely. It's just evolved beautifully, as Paul said. I remember Jeff over at Niagara Street, Jeff Ware, owner of Resurgence. You started doing some of those brewing with Resurgence, and then you'd have the Beer Geek breakfasts, and you'd do some really fun stuff. And I know it kind of, you kept growing it from there. And then the very first one, just trying to figure out the logistics, I had the good fortune of helping, because Jeff Ware was the events person who was liaisoning with the New York State Brewers Association to do the Canal Side one, as that evolved. And when Resurgence was doing their Chicago street location, he goes, I can't do it, so I need you to step in and I'll help coach you behind. So I really got to learn how to develop and build up big festivals and do the admin stuff behind. And then after talking to Paul and Joe, and they wanted to do it, the brewery owner's like, okay, who's going to also help kind of wrangle it? And Jeff goes, I'll tell you what, I'll host it. The very first one was at Resurgence Chicago Street, and I did the admin, and Paul and Joe, tasked the teams to go out and brew. And it's just been great involved. We had that little bit of a break during COVID, and then this is year 6. It's just kept growing. We've been able to enjoy having it at the Powerhouse. They really take care of us, be our guests, and all of the team over with, Rich Products and the Bison Stadium crew just helping us facilitate and hold it there. It's been awesome. And the Beer Geeks do the lion's share of just meeting up and brewing the beers. And it's just become just a lot of fun. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it, being able to do the admin, the paperwork, just helping the logistics, day of, helping manage the food and all the other stuff that the Beer Geeks, because they're so involved with so many other things. But yeah, it is truly, what Paul said, it's one of the most unique beer festivals out there from coast to coast. A lot of the ones I've done, and when I do stuff with the National Association, and same type of thing, mention what we're doing, and they're like, that sounds crazy but amazing and awesome.
Yeah, you both mentioned that the like the actual festival at Powerhouse, that's like the tip of the iceberg when there's all this happening behind the scenes of getting together with all the breweries. First of all, I don't know if anyone can see me. I clicked something and now I'm not sure if anyone can see me.
Your head is very small.
Oh, it is. Well, actually, it isn't in real life. So I'm going to continue to work on figuring that out. But yeah, that
You
we
got
get together.
Trains on there.
we got we all get together with the breweries, and there's multiple meetings, and then brew days and tasting, and I almost used the word collaboration, but yeah, and collaboration to put all this together. We're going to have costumes and music at ours, but then no, I fixed it. But then I can't go, so my costume won't happen. I
That's
know
so
we've talked about
unfortunate.
it many weeks
So
in a row why
unfortunate.
I can't go. It's my kids again. They ruin everything. I got a gymnastics meet states that I'm going to be at that day.
States.
I was so sad when my wife said, "Oh, it's the 25th." Like, oh no, are we sure she qualified?
Yeah, well, there's another huge conflict. Well, not conflict. Well, one of the other largest beer events of the year in Buffalo
yeah.
is on the same day. It's worldwide, as a matter
Yeah.
of fact. Zwanze Day, which is the brewery Cantillon that releases a unique lambic every year, and I think it's like 87 or something like that across the world, and you toast all at the same time. And it wasn't going to happen in Buffalo this year, but then Mike Schatzel brought it into one of his bars, More Room on Hurdle. And it is, I mean, it's worldwide, and it's really, it's an honor for him to get that. And it's the same day as Collaboration, same time too.
I'd be willing to bet there's a couple of people who are going to try to do everything. Going to try to make both.
Sure.
I couldn't imagine.
sorry, go ahead.
I drink enough at Collaboration. I couldn't imagine trying to cram 2 beer events into that day.
Yeah, and then I'm going to a wedding at Resurgence after
Wow.
the 2 beer events.
Good,
On the
good
same
for you,
day.
Paul.
At
Good for
Resurgence.
you.
All on the same day.
Whew.
That is being the trooper right there.
I'm going to spend a lot of money on Ubers. I'll tell you that.
Yep. All right. I want to pull up the website so we can talk about things going on and we can see where to buy tickets. So I'm going to do that now. And if you are listening and not watching, you can go to CollaBEERationFest.com. And it's spelled CollaBEERATION. The word beer is right in the middle there, just in case I haven't been pronouncing it in a way that made that really obvious. So there we go. We have the website, and then right up at the top, it says buy tickets, and that brings you to a Tixer page, TIXR. And Paul and Erik, you don't know this, but I love to read really long URLs on this podcast. But for right now, I'll just say go to CollaBEERationFest.com. Click on the
That's
link.
all you need. Yeah, that's
Yep.
all you need.
I'm not going to read it to you, but it's there. This year's
So why is there a video game?
I was going to say
graphics?
this year's theme is video games.
Yeah.
Was that
Great
one
segue.
of you in particular?
What was that?
Was that one of your ideas in particular, or did that come from the
no.
geeks?
Joe Yeager comes with his team of people. They always come up with these ideas, and they just go, "Hey, Paul," because I'm the graphic designer of the group, and it, like, yeah, we want to have this like 8-bit looking video game thing and theme, and can we have maybe Sonic running in the 6? And I'm okay, yeah, I'll try to get that to work. And
Right.
then I just have fun with it as I keep going. And of course, we will not talk about the licensing of these
I'm not
images.
talking about it. I wouldn't have brought it up.
No.
We'll cease and desist the second that this is over with.
Right. So a lot of what is listed here on the website is what we just talked about. Pours are unlimited. Therefore, attendees are not guaranteed pours of all collaborations. Please take a VIP tickets for your best chance at sampling all collaborations. Are there still VIP tickets available, guys?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
no. Okay. Well, hopefully you've been listening in previous weeks because because we've been talking about it for weeks and weeks. So hopefully you already have your VIP tickets. Handsome fella over there and his lovely wife. People that can't see, I'm sorry, that was terrible. Paul is right here on the main page. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything before I
but
start
you're
talking
showing
about the
photos.
beers.
There's some photos of the venue, which is really just a spectacular place to have any event.
Yeah, it
And
really is.
there's what other beer festival have you ever been at that's indoors that is just so well lit and it's floor to ceiling glass? I mean, you don't feel like you're in a basement. I mean, I just love the vibe there. It's such a great location. And
Erik,
maybe
you got,
Erik can talk about that.
yeah, I was gonna say, you got anything new going on this year that we haven't seen in previous years?
Not really. We're the format's been working really well.
Love it.
Joe and Paul and the geeks get down there Friday. We get, the nice thing is we're able to get in on Friday, get everything kind of set up. They allow us to store some of the kegs there. Jeff Ware over at Resurgence, because he has a pretty large cooler on Chicago Street. We can store some of the kegs there for people who are coming in from out of town. And then the Be Our Guest crew is phenomenal. They'll get a couple of their workers and utilize some of the larger vehicles that they haul up to the Bison Stadium back and forth just to make sure everything's there. Going to have our vendors set up inside. Paul handles getting all the Glassware logo and kills it with that, and got some good food. The beers are going to be phenomenal per usual.
Excellent. Let's take a look at some of the breweries that are going to be here.
Want to start with the VIPs, even though that is sold out, but people really look forward to those.
I mean, I'm scrolling right now.
I'm not sure where the VIPs are on the website, but I can. That's all the Collaborators right there.
Yep.
Which range from Buffalo to Finger Lakes to Rochester. We've had Canadian breweries involved in the past, not this year, but just the range is amazing. And sometimes some of the out of town places are more into it than some of the locals, because whether it's attrition or an out of town brewery wanting to have a little bit more presence in Buffalo, they really get excited about it, including one of my favorites from Rochester, which is Strange Bird. And I've been on their team, the collaboration team, in the past. Not this year, but I see their beer and I'm like, man, I want to run right to their table when I get in, once those beer taps go on. And I can talk about some of the beers too, but if I'm jumping ahead, sorry. I said we were going to talk about VIPs for a bit, but
I was trying to find a VIP list while you were mentioning it.
I can run through those. Transcend Brewing, Human Robot, which is all lagers. They're amazing. Honestly, if I was just buying a ticket and Human Robot was in the VIP, I'd be totally happy just sitting by their table and drinking their lagers for 3 hours. Horus.
They would love that. Who's this guy?
Forager, Fidens, really hot. Counterpart, Brulahan, Arcane, and Garden Path Fermentation.
All right. I was trying to find it. Do we have that listed somewhere, Paul, so people can find it if they're like driving?
I think we kind of stopped promoting it so much because the VIPs were sold out.
Makes sense.
And and didn't want to make people feel bad if you can't buy the VIP ticket.
Should have been faster, everyone.
Possibly expanding VIP in upcoming festivals going forward, and that's going to be in discussions too, because I hate to shut people out, right? You don't want that. But there's only so much VIP beer you can bring in, and then you don't want people to have a VIP ticket and then not get what they paid for. So that's the tricky part.
Makes sense. And there's vendors as well. I'm looking here. I'm going to share this now. Before we get into some of the beers that we're excited about. Sharing. I'm going to Facebook, to the Buffalo Beer Geeks page. Finding it here. Share. There we are. Joe posted some pictures of some of the vendors. Looks like things made out of coasters here. Infinite 3D Creations, White Eagle Workshop, which is my neighbor right down the street here.
Shout out to those guys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, super great guy, and he made. Oh, it's not in here anymore. All right, never mind. I was going to show you something really cool that he made, but it's not in here anymore. Brian's got one too that he made.
Yeah, he made a killer Buffalo Beer League wooden sign and a hop.
Right?
Yeah, he does great work.
Creations by Arc. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a can opener. Dad is currently out of
cool.
order. Go find mom. All right, so there's vendors, there's food, there's beer, and I think it's time we get to the beer, guys.
I like the sound of that. I like where your head's at, Scott.
So back to the Collaborators so we can go through here. Ready? I'm going to do something else I like to do here. We have 1927 Brewhouse, 42 North, B-Spit, Big Ditch, Bones and Barley, Brazen, Brewery Ardennes, Breyer Brothers, Buffalo Old Brewery, Buteras, Chandler Street, the Eli Fish Brewing, First Line Brewing, Frequentum, Hamburg, Lilybell, Mortalis, Mystic Hills, New York Beer Project, Noble Shepherd, Old First Ward, OSB Cider Works, Pearl Street, Pod City Beer Labs, Queen City Meadery, Resurgence, Rising Storm. I couldn't read that one, but luckily I recognized it enough. Shalubi Lufer, Solitude, Nate Meg Farm. I don't know that one. Let's come back to that one. South Wales Brewing Company. Okay, we'll come back to that. Southern Tier, Steel Leaf, Strange Bird. And then, of course, West New York Beer Trail. Yeah, what happened there? South Wales Brewing Company. Is that new?
They're new-ish. I've had their beer a
New-ish.
few times at other events.
Okay. All right. Well, see, and I won't even be there to try it.
I'll drink enough for the both of us, Scott.
Oh, please do. Thank you. Make sure you get it on video. Paul, who are you collaborating with this year?
I was, because even though I'm a board member, we get to pick one brewery that we want to be on the team with. And this year I picked Hamburg specifically because of their purchasing of the Flying Bison brand. And I thought, wow, this could be super cool. Not only would it be a collaboration between Hamburg and the Beer Geeks, but also Flying Bison, because they acquired all the recipes and brands from Flying Bison. So, and I think, Brian was at the kickoff party there, which was absolutely tremendous.
Yeah.
It's so great that brand is continuing locally. It's sad that it had to go away, but at least, autonomously with their tap room. But I just was at Hamburg tonight to test sample the beer we made. So I can talk about it specifically.
I was going to say, can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, I'm really psyched about this. It is the original formula recipe of Brindle Porter. So
nice.
Right out of Tim Herzog's brain and folders. And Hamburg doesn't make a porter, so it's like their first foray into it. And even better is it's going to be served on cask at the festival. And I don't know if anybody's done a cask beer at the fest yet. I know we've had the Luker side pull and other, types of beer, but I don't think anybody's had a cask beer. And then that'll be half of it. And then the other half is going to be, it's aged on coconut and rum chips. So that's the Beer Geek angle of it. And then it's also straight up on cask.
Is it Donkey Kong? Is that what we're going with?
The name?
Yeah, with the cask.
We thought about that, but the name became let's see, what is the name? We called it, because we thought Donkey Kong was going to be taken, and there are a few that are close to it. It's Black Flag, I guess is a video game. Assassin's Ale.
Oh, like
I'm not-
Assassin's Creed? Is that what
I'm
we're
not a
doing?
video gamer, but I guess that's a thing. So you have to take their word
Yeah.
for it.
Assassin's Creed, Black Flag.
I think it's because it has the rum and coconut angle. I guess the game
All
is like pirate theme type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Brian, you did not collaborate, right?
No, I have not done that yet. I know you have done it a couple of years, and a lot
I
of
did.
my other friends have done it, but I have not. No.
I've got one this year too. I'll talk about it in a second. Erik, do you collaborate?
No, I do not. It's not because I don't. I have in the past, and just to help out with some, like when teams would have some issues, I'd step in just to help go do it. So this year, I just was not able to get the time to help do it.
I know it's tough, right? It's the time.
Yeah.
I'm with Mystic Hills this year,
Nice.
and yeah, we're doing Finish Him, a cherry lime sour, and it was is Mortal Kombat themed, so it's
Very
red
cool.
like blood. So you got to put in the blood code.
Nice.
It's for people my age, right?
I'm like, I wanted to call our beer Tank because that was the first video game I had, Atari. The only game that came free with the Atari 2600 Tank. But I couldn't get anybody to want to call beer Tank.
Some of the other ones that we have listed so far, and you can find this at buffalobeerleague.com, and you can just search CollaBEEration if you're ever interested. We have Mountain Roads Brewing has a double jump juice. Mario, I assume, right? Going off of Mario, like Mario.
Well, there are plenty of games where you
had
can
a
double jump. Yeah.
for sure. Strange Bird, Ocarina of Time, time-infused barrel-aged saison. Pearl Street, Rumbana, Rampage, banana and rum pack-aged dark lager,
Oak.
which I think is
Oak.
is. That's right.
It's supposed to be Oak. The
It's
guy
supposed to say Oak.
the guy who
and it
wrote
says
this article
PAK.
is a complete bum. So
The Mystic Hills. 1927 is doing a Dunkel Kong. Brewery Ardennes is a Wumpa fruit sour. Bones and Barley is doing Boom Shakalaka, an NBA Jam sour. B-Spit is doing Galaxy Gumball. Brazen Brewing is doing Ms. Pac-Man sour. Buffalo Old is doing Cubert Quencher. Shalubi Loofer, Mana Potion. Rising Storm, Banana Slamma. Queen City Meadery, Power Up Potion. And Pod City Beer Labs, Beer Pong Hills.
is there a beer pong video game? Because I was trying to figure that out. Because if there is, I
there's
need to be
Pong.
playing it. Well,
No,
yeah,
but it
okay.
brings up Pong, so I thought that was actually a full name, to be honest.
Right? Right?
It
It's like
is.
he had your virtual reality helmet on and just pretend to throw a ping pong ball. Like, I got a drink. Oops, I got a drink. All right, so let me talk again about getting tickets. And we'll see. You said that there are still tickets available,
Yeah,
but
general
no
admission.
VIP. General admission tickets. Do we know? I mean, I assume they're going pretty fast. But your
It's-
choices are. Sorry, go ahead first.
Oh, it's closer to the event. That's when they really start to move. This
Yeah.
is the Buffalo thing. People wait to the last minute.
Yep.
They are currently $78.60. That's $70 and then fees, which I assume probably go to Tixer. You have your designated driver general admission tickets, so it's only $12.71 for your designated driver, and then designated driver VIP is only $17.91. And designated drivers are strongly encouraged. Uber and Lyft, I'm sure, are going to have a wonderful day that day. And yeah, you can get your tickets probably if there are some available. You can get them at the door too. I think we've talked about,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
If there are tickets available still, you can get them at the door. This all takes place Saturday, April 25th, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is the VIP, right? Or is that general admission?
That's the GA.
Okay. So then I assume VIP is then at noon.
Correct.
Once again, all this info that I should know better off the top of my head is at CollaBEERationFestival.com. It's at the Powerhouse, 140 Lee Street. Anything else you guys want to add?
Well, we can have a pair of tickets to give away here.
Awesome.
From somebody watching the podcast, if through the Buffalo Beer League. Or honestly, it doesn't matter. You can come to Buffalo Beer Geeks on Facebook or Buffalo Beer League. Say you saw the podcast, and we'll randomly pick a name. I don't know how to do it, but we'll do it somehow.
Well, let's choose a place. You want to do it on Buffalo Beer Geeks on Facebook?
Sure.
And then we'll post it on our socials too, and we'll get people to go there.
Excellent.
And
Sounds good.
when do you think you want to poll that?
Well, the link will be live for a while, so why don't we do it like Friday, maybe this Friday?
Friday,
April
17th. Is that right?
17th, yeah.
All right. So you have until Friday, April 17th to go comment at Buffalo Beer Geeks. Buffalo Beer Geeks. I'm so used to saying Buffalo Beer League. Buffalo Beer Geeks on Facebook. Join the group if you're not already a member of the group. And we'll let you know about it on our socials. Let's go through everybody's socials before we calm this down here. Erik, people want to get a hold of you because they're like, I want to do something like this, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah, no problem. You can reach me at Erik@beerbycoleman.com. And then across all the social medias, because I am that guy that still has not migrated everything over to the businesses, between Facebook, LinkedIn, and Insta, it's Erik C. Coleman. You'll find me there. And yeah, just hit me up, email me, and chat.
All right. And Erik's voice is coming through a little garbled on my end. I don't know if it is for you too, but when this uploads to the sound one, that should be fixed. So knock on wood for that. I was still able to understand it, but it just came through garbled.
Sorry about that.
Nope.
Hard course today.
Paul, where do you want people to go? To Facebook?
Yeah, let's go to just their Beer Geeks on Facebook, our club page, and say you saw the podcast and mention what we haven't mentioned. It doesn't matter. You saw the podcast.
Tell us what kind of hat Paul Marko is wearing.
We'll randomly, we'll pick somebody and give them a pair of tickets.
Tell me something that's on one of my shelves behind me. Go ahead. Sorry.
A couple of years ago.
The name of the podcast. What's the name of the new podcast again, Scott? Right?
Oh, Buffalo Beer Buzz.
You have to put that in there too, just so that way, we know that you did see it. Not just, hey, I saw the podcast.
Hashtag it, Buffalo Beer Buzz. This one is WNY Brews today.
Since that list got released, there's a couple of new ones that I just got word about, which I'm pretty excited about. Old First Ward, they have a beer that they named Eternal Darkness, and it is a juicy black New England IPA. So a black New England IPA is pretty unique, showcasing Nectaron, Wakatu, Kura, Alora, and Idaho 7 hops. That sounds real.
Paul, you're doing like my third favorite thing to do on the podcast, which is try to say hop names I've never tried before.
Yeah, exactly. I probably butchered that one, but and what was the other one that I saw that came through? Oh, New York Beer Project. It's going to be a hoppy pale ale, and it's going to have color changing glitter in it.
Ooh. I've always been on the side of glitter beer. I'm on board with glitter beer.
I've long been team glitter beer. Yeah.
Yep.
There is a yay or nay on the glitter beer stuff. So
I'm pro glitter beer. I have a little bit of edible glitter with me at the bar in my house, so that if anyone wants just a little dollop of it,
nice.
I make any beer glitter beer. I'm everywhere. WNY Brews. That's it. Facebook, X, Blue Sky, Instagram, Instagram, WNY Brews, BREWS. And then Brian, you got a bunch of them.
Yeah, a couple of different ones for us. So we are on Facebook at facebook.com/The Buffalo Beer League. We are on X or Twitter at Buff Beer League, and we are on Instagram, Untapped, and Threads at Buffalo Beer League, and always buffalobeerleague.com. And or you can email me at brian@buffalobeerleague.com. It's very easy.
And
I'm
that
very easy to get a hold of.
Buff Beer League, that's also your OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans.com/Buff Beer League.
Nice.
No, Scott, I always thought you were the one with the OnlyFans. Isn't that what you told me recently?
Pasty Legs.
Pasty
OnlyFans.com/Pasty Legs. That's me. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. It's been awesome.
I'm so sad to miss it this year, but hopefully I'll see you next year. And everybody that is going, have a wonderful time. All right, we're gonna go out with the theme song. Oh, I don't have the normal outro for this. That's all right. That's all right. We'll just let's go out with the theme song for the Buffalo Beer Buzz, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Sounds good. See you guys.
It says wait, it didn't start. After all that, it didn't even start.
Just sing it yourself.
Here we go. Let's do it with this one.